Hey, what is up YouTube? Mr. Bomber coming to you guys with an Elder Scrolls Online video like I told you guys I was going to in one of my previous videos. I believe it was the Secret Area on Venus Destiny video. And in that video I told you guys I would be coming to you with like a first impressions sort of video for the Elder Scrolls Online. So that's what I'm going to be doing for you guys here. And like I said in that video guys, this game and keep this in mind, this is just first impressions. Like, if I could actually get into the game and play it some more, I might find that I really like this game. But like I said, this is just first impressions. And as of right now, Elder Scrolls Online has just been an extremely huge disappointment to me. And I know many people are going to be saying, well, I should have seen this coming. And like stuff like that, because like it's only gotten pretty bad negative reviews since it came out on PC. But I chose, being the Elder Scrolls fanboy that I am, I chose to ignore everyone else and hold off for consoles, obviously, because I'm not a PC gamer. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds to have a PC. But anyways, I decided to hold off and get it on consoles, so I'm playing it on my PS4 here. I even went out and got it midnight release. I was gonna cough up the $100 for the Imperial Edition, but sadly, our local GameStop was out of them when I went to go and buy it, so I ended up just having to pre-order this version that I have. And I did end up buying the digital Imperial Edition upgrade just because Imperials, obviously, as you can see here, are my favorite race. So obviously I was going to want to play as an Imperial, which on its own was kind of stupid that they even locked that out, because I could see where a lot of people's favorite, especially people that play Oblivion, because obviously that's in Cyrodiil. So if you're like me, you started that game off as an Imperial, and Oblivion was actually the first Elder Scrolls game I ever played. And then I went to Skyrim and Morrowind, and so obviously my favorite race was going to stay Imperial, since that was the first race I chose in an Elder Scrolls game, and that's pretty much the race I've stuck with through Skyrim, Morrowind, and obviously into Elder Scrolls Online. And so basically, guys, the problem I have with this game is that it's just, from my first experiences playing it, it's just completely ridden with glitches and lag. It'll lag so bad sometimes, and it gets to the point where it's like completely unplayable for me. Like, as you can see right now, I'm not really experiencing any problems, but typically I cannot stay in this game for over an hour, because it will just it's almost like a progression. It will progressively get worse and worse as I play, and it will go from just a little bit of lag here and there, and then I'm getting like complete total lag where I'll be in one place and there'll be players around me or enemies around me, and then the next second either they're in completely different places or I'm dead, and I didn't even see them get a single hit on me. I'm just dead. And it's just those little things that completely subtract from the experience of the immersion of an Elder Scrolls game. And initially I thought that the idea was great, being able to go into an Elder Scrolls Online type experience, play with your friends. Because I mean, me and my friends always talked about, what if you could come into my Skyrim world and we could go questing together? How awesome would that be? Because Skyrim for a long time was my favorite video game, and arguably still is. It's getting harder to compete with some next-gen titles, but Skyrim is still in my top 5 list for favorite games. Probably it's definitely either number 1 or 2. So coming from Skyrim, which was obviously the last Elder Scrolls game, I was really expecting a lot from this game, and it just did not deliver. I should have known, because it's not made by Bethesda, and now looking on it now, with sort of my fanboyishness out of the way, looking on it now, I can see where just an Elder Scrolls experience really should have never been taken online. No matter how cool that sounded, talking with friends over Skyrim, no matter how cool that sounded, an Elder Scrolls game is all 100% about immersion. And when you're with a large group of people, you cannot really get immersed in the game. Like, as you see, I was trying to kill that wolf, and this person just came up and killed it. And it's just, there's so many little things in this game that take away from the immersion. And that's like all an Elder Scrolls game is supposed to be about, is immersion and adventure. And it's not here. And to a degree, it is here. All right. Now, if ZeniMax were to go in and modify their servers, it's this whole mega server thing that it makes me so. That's like the number one thing that's wrong with the game, is this mega server thing. There's so many people in the world that subtract from the immersion. Like, you might be in a dynamic quest. Like, don't get me wrong, the quests in this game, while most of them are pretty much plain and simple, kind of boring, a lot of them can be very fun and immersive. And it's just like, when you're trying to get immersed in a quest, and then you just see a group of naked dancing players, no matter how hilarious that might be at first, when you go back and look on it, you're like, wow, that really took away from my experience, because, you know, I was actually trying to get immersed here, and it didn't happen because other people were just ruining my experience. Now, like I was saying before, if ZeniMax were to go on and modify something, like, for example, I'll bring up GTA Online, Grand Theft Auto Online, how they have several options for the way you want to play online. You can either just hop into a game. You can just hop into a game with a bunch of random people and just play with random people, because a lot of people like to do that. Or you could go into an invite-only session or a solo session or anything like that. Like, I would just love the option to go into this game by myself, or an invite-only session, so it can just be me and my friends. But they don't have that option, and it's very frustrating for hardcore Elder Scrolls fans such as myself, because you just can't get immersed in the game, and it's very disappointing. But like I said, I'm making it out to where I just hate this game, which isn't the case. It's not that I hate this game. I see a lot of potential in this game. It's just that it's so broken right now, and so needs so many things fixed. Like, they've already released a patch, so obviously you can see it's running fairly smooth for me right now. Before that patch came out, this game was 100% unplayable for me. Like, I think it's unplayable now after the patch. Before the patch, I was getting kicked every 10 to 15 minutes. And when I could get in, it was maybe 5 minutes of solid gameplay before the lag started setting in, and it was just, oh my goodness, it was so awful. And I would get so pissed. Like, I've gotten so pissed at this game because it just does not deliver on the Elder Scrolls name. Now, I really want them to fix this, because I really wish I could get into this game, because I can see, even though it wasn't made by Bethesda, I can see where ZeniMax put in the effort to create an immersive Elder Scrolls experience, but this whole mega server thing just completely subtracts from what I feel like they were really going for. And it's just, like I said, I heard what everyone was saying about this game. You know, it sucks, it's awful, but I chose, being an Elder Scrolls fanboy, as I've said before, I chose to stick with it. I didn't look up any videos about this, no gameplay videos, obviously I saw the cinematic trailers, but I didn't look up any gameplay trailers or anything. I wanted to go into this game completely fresh and get an immersive Elder Scrolls experience, and that is not what I got at all. I came into this game experiencing lag, glitches, and it was just awful. And I don't know. Those are just sort of my first thoughts on Elder Scrolls Online. If ZeniMax were to get on and fix everything they've done wrong with this game, I would love to get back into it. But so far, this game is just completely unimmersive for me. And I just can't. I can't get into it. I can't even really play this game because it's just nearly unplayable. And anyways, guys. that was my initial first thoughts on Elder Scrolls Online. They could change in the future, but no, I kind of doubt it. As you can see right there, I just lagged really bad. I doubt that the game will change much from what it is now. Obviously, it's already been out for like, I believe, a little over 2 years or so. So I don't see it changing, which is sad. But anyways, guys, Mr. Bomber signing out.